you ever finish a grade and then sit back, relax, and think, well, that's nice, but it's still kinda flat? Well, that's because most people focus on contrast rather than density. So today I'm gonna show you a few techniques using a few tools that people don't even consider. They are film inspired and will help you bring back that texture, the beautiful pop that film have into your footage. Most flat grades come from relying on primaries. You push the contrast wheel, add a bit of saturation, and it looks punchier. But something is missing. That's fake contrast. You're increasing brightness, but not the actual depth. And that's where the magic happens, in texture and color density, not just black levels. One trick I love and barely anyone talks about is the luminance versus saturation curve. Watch this. I bring saturation down in the shadows, up slightly in the midtones, and just kiss the highlights. You can pair this with a soft clip in the custom curves to roll off the highlights. And that's how you get depth that really feel like film rather than getting that digital sharpness that we all don't really like. Now everyone adds grain for film look, but what if you use grain to add contrast? Here's the thing, grain adds micro variation in luminance that trick your eye into seeing more depth. So instead of throwing it on top, place your grain node before your CST or LUT. That way it blends into your whole color pipeline, giving you contrast within the colors rather than just slapping it on top. If you want that extra pop, try combining texture pop with log offset tweaks. Texture pop brings out those subtle details that really make your image stand out. But on its own, it can feel a bit digital. So what I do is pair it with a slight log offset towards warmth. It really helps balance the density and gives the midtones its rich, almost film-like glow. And doing this will help replace the digital sharpness that most of these cameras have, and then add a bit more of a softer film texture glow. The color warper is usually used for creative looks, but it's an insane tool for shaping density. So here's how to use it. Isolate your mid-tone skin hues, pull them slightly toward warmer tones, and then balance them with a tiny push in the complementary region, which is usually teal. The micro push-pull adds perceived contrast without changing any exposure values. It's like creating tension between colors, and it really will help creating that cinema glow instead of just adding brightness and shadows. So if any of your grades ever felt flat, this might be the reason, or this might not. But it's some of these tools that DaVinci Resolve helps us create different looks and different ways of having that cinematic look. Honestly, there is so many ways you can do this. You can have LUTs, you can use plugins, but I always found it super interesting to explore new DaVinci tools I've never used before, and I thought about making this video because I had no clue about these tools until last week, and then I did some research, I found out about these, and I was like, whoa, I think I have to make a video because these are pretty incredible. And now slowly I'm integrating this within my workflow. So if you wanna check out more tricks like this, I do have a whole DaVinci masterclass linked down below, or if you wanna check out my LUTs, also that's linked down below. Thanks again for watching until here. Leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.